What are the best channels for finding good Filipino chatters online? Jobs, Twitter, staff, Telegram groups, Facebook, or Google Ads? How do you usually go about it? So I've been hiring since around about 4.5 years, I think. Since 4.5 years, I hire from onlinejobs.ph. I also made a video about it actually, like how I explain the whole hiring process I go through. But yeah, so I'm pretty much only using the online jobs. I tried also ads, so from websites, but I don't know. The quality is very very low there. I feel like yeah, the people are much more serious on online jobs. So we use like 3 accounts there, and then yeah, that's about it. So yeah, that's the only thing you need pretty much. Because if you have a lot of VAs, also it's even recommended that you use them and say, hey, look, I need some referrals. If like one chatter ends up being hired, I give you $100 or something, because good chatters always know good chatters. So that definitely makes sense if you ask them for referrals in case you haven't. Yeah, very valuable in my opinion. What was the decrease in revenue this month comparing to the previous one? So, it's crazy. So I think around about for the first 10 days it was like a minus 50% in subs. We are very consistent with the revenue, despite the fact that the subs dropped by like 50%. So revenue is kinda the same, but yeah, like it's not gonna last for long, right? So we can drain the fans, the existing ones also. It's nice. We have this. That's why you need big spenders for, by the way. If you have like such traffic lags, like a downtime when it comes to traffic, big spenders mandatory. So we still sell like very very good amount of PPVs every single day. So solid days. Ratio looks very nice because less subs now, but this is, I assume, only gonna last for like a month or maybe 1.5 months, maybe 2 at max, and then you need new subs. Otherwise, you will also have a revenue decrease. So revenue pretty stable, but all subs new subs went down massively. That's crazy. When should you hire chatters? At what revenues? 10k, since it's commission based. Anything lower than that, they won't be motivated. I mean, in my opinion, they should be motivated by an hourly rate that they earn. So if you pay them like $3 an hour, then this is pretty solid. And they earn like $24 a day. It's, I don't know, around about 700 something if they work 30 days a month. So that's already something that they should be motivated by, because if you compare the hourly rate that they usually earn in the Philippines, that's nice. So don't think that way. Don't compare it to your European or wherever you're from standards. I would recommend that you, of course, give them a commission. So, like 3% or something, 2.5% for the start, depending. But also put like set KPIs for them to stick to, and then they can earn some extra money if they show that they are motivated and sell a lot. So, but in my opinion, if you are still chatting by yourself, you are not more than a good, well-paid, self-employed person. You're not an entrepreneur or a CEO, in my opinion. So that's something you always want to develop into the direction, and outsource this muscle task ASAP. Even like with 3k, I would get at least like 1-2 chatters or something, because it will pay off, because assuming that you will use your time better than scrolling reels for example. So put your time back into the business, because your hourly rate is higher than theirs. So that's always the principle I go by. Should we send PPVs just to create FOMO and nothing else? Example given: kicked the cat off the room for this. Turn your audio to the max from now on. FOMO is always good. I don't know what your question is really about. Just to get FOMO, I think that's, you wanna, like, FOMO is one method that you should use always inside your captions. So you can also put like questions into your PPVs, like, do you like the position I went in at the end of the video, and I used my little surprise for you, blah blah blah. Did you like that? Did you like it as much as I did, or whatever, right? So putting the social pressure on the fan, so he needs to unlock the video in order to be able to answer the question. That's something nice, but I don't know. Maybe you can rephrase the question. Might be a dumb question, but do you do AI OFM or normal OFM? So my clients, they work with AI, they work with normal creators, full AI, everything. So I work with everything, and but AI is going crazy, super crazy successful. Like, I assume that in the next 1 or 2 years, 50% of the adult industry market is going to be AI. It's crazy, so it's definitely worth getting into it and yeah, checking out how that works, because AI is absolutely like a gold mine if you're able to stand out, because the market is already flooded with AI creators. So if you are able to stand out with, for example, good chatting, good marketing strategies, if you know like the technology behind it very well, and you can do some crazy stuff, because all the crazy AI stuff goes viral. Fucking Yetis are talking, vlogging or whatever. So if you get creative there and combine that with the OFM industry, definitely will reward you very well. That's what my clients also do. Do you manage chatters on Telegram, Discord, or other? So my chatters are, whenever they're chatting, they're always on the Discord screen sharing, because I have supervisors, or I call them overviews, that consistently watch my chatters. So whenever they're chatting, they're with them inside the Discord channel, and they watch what they're doing. So no chatter has never happened to me, but can even try to do something that is not allowed, for example, which will risk my reputation, will risk the account. So that's something that's like the baseline. You need to avoid it, because if you get an account ban, you won't get any revenue, right? So that's really important. If you have this kind of capital to invest into multiple control mechanisms, like an extra layer for your chatters that watch them all the time. So, and this is what I use Discord for. Really solid. It's free, and you can immediately talk to them. You can even hop yourself in there. I still, even though I have like 200 chatters, I hop in there and just like talk to them once in a while and check out what they're doing, because it helps you to stay in the game. Best wishes from Bratislava. No problem, my friend. I'm a newbie. Where do I reliably find models to sign without scams and shit? What should me or she be the one that comes up with the content ideas and such for a social? So in general, inside this business, you have to think about it, right? So you only need the creators basically for the content. So you want her to focus on, or him or her, whatever. You want the creator to focus on the content creation, and it's obviously your task to create the ideas, to do the research, because you know what goes viral, you know what works well, and you're the mastermind behind it. Like, if she comes with the ideas, like, why does she need you? So you always have to ask yourself, hey, okay, so there is a demand. Like, what is my task now to fulfill this demand? And in the OFM industry, it's definitely to get traffic, because all they want to do is, I don't know, walk around, sip frappuccinos and enjoy life. So you have to be the mastermind that, okay, this is the structure we're gonna use, boom, 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 and move forward. So that's what I can recommend you. Okay, wait. Next questions. Where are your chatters from? My chatters are mainly from the Philippines. I'm very open about it because I think Filipinos are the best in executing muscle tasks. They can sit straight 8 hours a day in front of the laptop and do nothing else except chatting, which is something a lot of T1 country people, they think there's something better or something, right? So sticking to Filipinos, in my opinion, very good. The cost is low, very motivated. If you understand their culture, it will be very beneficial for your business, and you are able to lead them in a good way. So I can highly recommend Filipinos for this. Do you think as a newbie I should mainly focus on AI and learn and study that instead of normal OFM? It seems to get super flooded. Yeah, I mean, that's what I said. Also OFM in general, super flooded. So everyone's starting with OFM. There's so many people. If you look through the groups, everyone's trying. But the good thing is you're competing against children mainly. So you're competing against people that are in the market since maybe 1 year, maximum 2 years. So if you are 3 years or longer inside this industry, you are already old guy, So that's why I think it's pretty easy nowadays if you understand simple business principles to succeed inside this industry. So because your competition is not someone that has been working here for like 50 years already, 10 generations have been working inside this company, whatever. No, you're competing against a very, very new, a very, very fast business. So this is something relatively easy compared to the real world, if you want to say it that way. So get into whatever you think works the best for you. So I definitely, if you have a hard time finding creators, okay, like AI can create your own creators, get into it, exchange value with people, take advantage of the free stuff that is online, and get to work. So don't, spend time just thinking about stuff. Like execution. Execution is very important because the business is so fast. If you don't move now, you're gonna get left behind, right? So that's something this is a very big learning that I made. So always working, even though you're successful, always putting in time, always sticking with the trends. Because if a trend moves on and you still stick to the old stuff, like you're gonna get left behind. It's always been like that. So there's so many things. TikTok. Nobody's using TikTok really anymore because Instagram. If the people that picked up on Instagram back then quite fast, now they're making 7 figures a month, right? So if they would have ignored Instagram, because TikTok is working, everything's working, they would be broke by now. So it's really fast business. You always have to understand what's happening, and that's what I can give you. What's your minimum script price? So on average, I would say one script, like a full script, is depending on the creator also, but like just on average, I would say it's around about $450, $500 that they have to spend if they want to buy like the last video as well. Then we try to upsell them at the end, but it's usually the average we go with. How do you filter out time wasters, and if someone is a time waster and insists on keep talking without paying, how do you handle that? Do you put them into a time wasters list and instruct your chatters to try selling them at a later point, or do you just send mass PPVs? So we do pretty much like a mix of both. It really depends on the fan also, but we have like a guidelines there. So after 3 sales attempts on 3 different days, we're gonna move him to like either an unresponsive list or a time waster list. So the time waster list is someone that has replied to us and just made up some bullshit excuses or insulted us or whatever. So they're only gonna receive like some PPVs, mass PPVs, and so on. Then we have an unresponsive list because there's people that are not into like the sex talk kind of stuff, so the dirty talk. So to those people, you can easily just send mass PPVs, but like high quality ones. So different kind of mass PPVs you may be sending to the time wasters. So sending PPVs there that are pretty much like a script, but very like combined into one PPV. So there's still a little bit of storytelling, but they don't have to walk through all of the texting and hear the interactions. They don't want to chat. They just want to boom, one press, and they have a demand fulfilled with one click. Spending like $50, fine. So this is how we differ different kind of time wasters, because if someone's not buying, he's not always a time waster. You never know how big his wallet is. So if you have a proper system there, and then spam them PPVs. So there's also people that we don't send mass PPVs to at all because they are just so into this kind of sex thing. So you always have to figure out, okay, that your welcome sequence is a kind of filter where you ask the right questions to make sure, okay, this person is really into talking. This one is just short answers, okay, he wants this kind of content, he knows what he wants to buy it, that's it. So filtering those people out, and also then time wasters, which is pretty much like the 3 categories of fans that we put them in, and then also giving them what they're after, because this should be your number 1 rule. Always give the fan what he wants, because if I walk in the supermarket and want to buy apples and someone sells me pineapple, I will not be happy, right? So even though I might buy it and I will let myself be manipulated, no, you want to make sure that the fan always gets what he wants and in the way that he wants it. Would send a message to expired fans, and what kind of message you send to them to get them back, or shouldn't waste time at all of them? So we always send our mass message to expired fans as well. We treat them basically like they are still subscribed. That's it. So except the way that chatters sometimes message them, hey, I saw you subscribing, did I do something wrong? Right? They're trying to win them back. So winning them back can help, but don't force it, because they technically can still message with you. So we can message them, but they cannot see our feed anymore. This is the only difference between a normal fan and a following or an expired fan. What is the best profile setup, profile banner, bio, sub price, promotions, if any? So there's like not a rule. Okay, this is the exact setup that you need to run. I prefer to always adjust the kind of bio, banner, like the branding pretty much of the profile based on the creator I have. So for example, if I have a golf creator, then I will take a look at other golf creators that I know do well. I will buy PPVs, I will check out the feed, I will subscribe to them, I will just try and see, okay, what is this person doing and why is she successful? And then I will bring my own twist like into this kind of concept, because this person is probably running it because it's successful, right? Otherwise they will not run it, or they just don't give a fuck, but they're making money anyway, right? So they must do something right. And if you're very good at figuring out what this person is doing right, then you can adjust it and improve it even for your creator. So this will then be probably a good concept, right? That's not the right concept, but make it authentic. Don't be like, okay, just today 20% off, I'm gonna send a spicy gift to all my fans subscribing now. Don't make it like so transactional. Make it like, very smooth. Stick to the branding. Have a nice authentic bio that seems like it could actually be written by the creator herself, instead of just like copy and pasting something that you saw somewhere. So put like some research into it, and this is what I can recommend you. What PPVs should a good script include and price for each PPV? So I answered that before, but like a good script pretty much like in a simple way is something that is worth buying. So because you have to imagine on OF you create value from thin air, right? If the creator feels like this PPV is $50, then it's $50. Like, how much do I price it up? $66. And if they ask why, because I feel like this, right? Just because the creator always has the power. So you have to create value based on a couple of different factors. So how you create value on OF is by the description, obviously by the price, by the amount of medias, by the length of the medias, and the way you sell it pretty much. So if you max out all of those, the PPV, multiple medias, which is something that game changer, right? If you put usually one video, that's just a video of her undressing, for example, add pictures, they can all be the same, but it has to look like there's a lot inside, because the fan always wants to have the feeling that he made a good deal. Because if he thinks he made a good deal, he has an advantage on us pretty much, like, nice, I got so many pictures just for this price, even though we don't care, it's not extra effort. Okay, nice. So this is very important. And then when it comes to the description, like the how you sell it, then it's important that you kind of tease what's in there. And depending on which video that you are at, you are increasing the vibe that you want to give to the fan. So at first it would be completely weird if in the first PPV where she still, I don't know, is fully dressed and just started undressing, I don't know, her bra or something, it would be super weird if you say something like, oh my god baby, it's so hot, blah blah blah, like fire emojis, devil emojis. Please do not use devil emojis, by the way, it's super cringe. So changing the tone and the kind of emojis you use based on like what kind of PPV you're at, it's very basic, but it works. So if you like, put your head into it, I will release a guide about this, by the way, soon, completely for free, and then you can check it out. Any good opening message when a people sub? So I'm assuming that you're asking about the welcome message. So the welcome message, it's kind of like similar to the bio. It should be authentic. It should seem like a girl has actually written this and it's not some kind of automated stuff. So if you're not using a CRM, please use a CRM, like Creator Hero for example. Then you can put a welcome message that has some delay in it, which will make it more authentic. Because most of the US people especially, they're used to, okay, they subscribe and the first thing that they see is a PPV, like a long ass text, like an introduction video or something, super transactional and not really authentic. They will not have the feeling that they're really messaging with the model that they're subscribed to right now. So if you put effort in, make it seem like a very authentic conversation. For example, just stuff in my head now, I'm not saying I'm using this kind of concept, but just an example. You send a welcome message after 10 minutes, like, oh, sorry, I didn't see the sub notification, I was doing my laundry, haha. By the way, what are you up to right now? Boom, very authentic. If I read it, it does not seem like, okay, this is someone, like, this is like automation. But at the end of the day, it is an automation because Creator Hero lets you delay stuff, it lets you put multiple messages, and they will appear in a different tab inside the conversations, which is not the all tab, it is the priority tab, because OF will think, okay, this message was actually sent by the creator, it's not some automation, so we put it into the priority tab because it is a real conversation. So those are things that you definitely are worth to consider. And, yeah. When it comes to OF subscription prices, do you have better results with free or paid? If you work with a creator that has only 70 photos and 30 pictures, would you set it to free first? I don't think the amount of medias have anything to do with like if the profiles should be paid or free. It should be your traffic source. So what I mean by that is, I'm just giving an example. This is actually a very big topic, but for example, depending on the niche you're in, sometimes it makes sense that you put your profile paid. Sometimes it makes sense that you put your profile to free trial, or sometimes it makes sense that you put it on free. Totally not depending on what kind of content you show inside the feed. Doesn't matter what kind of fans you have. It just depends on your niche pretty much. So for example, there's a guy, actually I recommended him because he didn't have any success with his creator. I said, hey Lucas, what can I do? I looked at the profile, said, hey, this girl is in a very small niche actually, but the fans that subscribe inside this niche are usually very potent. So very high quality of fans, but that's why it can make sense that you put the subscription price to free trial. So that basically everyone can subscribe for free, but it will expire after, for example, 2 weeks. And then his earnings per day tripled because there were so many more leads, and he was able to convince them through very good chatting that I advised him to do, like good scripts that I mentioned, the same kind of concepts, and then you have a higher LTV. So it makes sense that you, instead of just thinking, okay, maybe I feel like I put this now for pay as a paid profile, I put this now as free trial, you actually make it based on numbers. So if the LTV is better for you, if you run a free trial, you can test that, then you should stick to free trial. If your paid profile works better because your LTV is better, okay, stick to that, right? So it depends on a lot of factors, but if you need help with that, you can shoot me a message inside my DMs, and then I will take a look at that. How is CH really better than Influ? I mean, so in my opinion, Creator Hero has a lot better tracking functions, and I'm a numbers guy. When it comes to the handling, it's totally preferences, right? If you feel like you want to use Influ because you're more comfortable using, okay, go for it. But when it comes to the tracking purposes, and in business, you need to track everything. If you're not aware of your numbers, you don't know what to work on rationally. You will base your decisions more on emotions. But emotions are actually the worst thing to focus on inside the business, because they will mislead you. You want to focus on, okay, LTV, script stats, PPV unlock rates. Yes, Influ shows you them, but Creator Hero is a lot more detailed. They show you engagement. They show you your very detailed link tracking. How many people saw the welcome message? How many people engaged with it? How many people bought it? How many people, did whatever, read it, but didn't answer? So all those things you don't see on Influ, unfortunately. But so the tracking is what makes Creator Hero a lot better as of now. But who knows what happens in the future. If they maybe also put this into the program, then it can make sense. But just personal preferences in my opinion. Where can I get models from us, a complete newbie? You forgot to answer to this one. Yeah, I mean, as a complete newbie, OF is no longer like a zero invest business. So build your reputation well. Like every single proper business has some kind of media appearance. So online presence, website, blog posts, Instagram page. So build this up if you want organic, create this spot, because if you're gonna start outreaching one by one, sending 10 DMs a day, you will not have any success. Maybe you get a reply in 2 weeks, and then it won't even convert. So focusing on assets for your company, spend money on SEO, use Google Ads. Google Ads is super basic, and it's not even science I'm telling you, it's just this is the basis of business. If you focus on that, and you will get creators. But it is expensive and it will cost you a lot of money, yes, but this is what it takes. You can buy some contracts, yes, online. I do not recommend that. Very difficult topic in my opinion. Human trafficking and so on. We keep distance from that. We are serious businessmen, so this is something I do not recommend. But building a presence and focusing on assets for a company is what I can tell you. On scripts. I mentioned this already. I will post a video in 2 or 3 days maybe. What's your tips on keeping combos alive without it getting boring? Also, what's your alternative ways of monetization besides scripts and sync PVs? Do you ask for rent money? No. So I'm gonna answer the first question. What's your tips on keeping combos alive without it getting boring? You should always ask questions that really matter. Like, don't just ask in every single time, hey, how are you? What have you been up to? Blah, blah, blah. So if they, for example, express that they're into fishing, it should be your task to get into fishing and ask them, like, what kind of brand do you use when you go out for fishing, fucking salmon or whatever. Then, you know, if they feel like you're genuinely interested in them and like really genuinely, you talk about their topics, right? Then the conversations, like, they will bomb you with messages. So I assume that you're not at this point, or chatters are not that deep into the point. They're more focused on setting scripts, okay? But if you wanna like step things up, like really ask the right questions and have your welcome sequence in place where you figure out the stuff about the people, the analysis, most important part of the sell, pretty much. So figure out what he's into, hobbies, I don't know, fetishes, and so on, and talk about this. Let him talk. Ask the right questions, and conversations won't die. Of course, with the percentage of people, it will always die. For example, the guys that are not into talking, okay, but they don't focus on it, right? I mentioned how to treat them before. Send them PPVs with where they get everything immediately, one click. Okay, nice. But the guys that are into talking, you want to make sure that you don't lose them, and you don't lose them by asking the right questions and showing genuine interest in them, because this is something that no creator does. Like, legit, no, not a single creator on the market does this kind of stuff. Do you charge custom before or after the PV send? Always before. Always before. What resources do you have that someone can use to learn and improve sexting scripts? Yeah, so I mentioned one last time. I will upload a video soon where I will explain the process. I will also, I'm working on a learning platform as well, where I will publish my SOPs, like the SOPs that my company uses for free. You can access that. I don't care. I don't need your money. So I will put that link soon in the bio of my group, or I will just post it there, pin it, and you can check that out. But my YouTube videos also show this kind of stuff, and you can basically create your own SOP, but I will also share my full SOP, and soon. As soon as I will do like a free school, this platform, and then you can join that one, and you will get all my SOPs. I will even drop marketing value, because I'm gonna partner up with like an agency. They will drop some marketing value and so on. Everything for free. You can take a look at that, and check that out. It's gonna be a lot of free value inside there, and why for free? Because I have a business that is working, and I don't need like money from, I don't know, like an extra $20 a month or something, or whatever. I just I wanna give out the free value, because the space has been treating me very well, and I'm doing good. So why not share free value? And looking to partner up with people then that are very serious about stuff. So never something bad to give, and at some point you will maybe also receive. That's something I do in general in business. A lot of free value, and at some point someone's gonna return the favor and help you out as well. This is how I connect with people, so that's recommendable. Any more questions? Do you have any clue when that will happen? Yeah, I think it's gonna happen in August, mid of August, somewhere in August probably, because I have to work on a lot of things there, video courses and a lot. So, but SOPs I will share there as well, like PDFs that you can just download and so on. Are you going on a holiday this summer? No, I'm living in Cyprus, so he's pretty much always warm. I will just stay inside, work. I have a lot of topics right now to work on. It's crazy, very high workload. So I will probably just go to Germany, visit family or something. But except that, I will always stay in Cyprus and just work. How long does the training process for new chatters take? Usually, it depends on your process, obviously, but for us, usually it takes around about 2 to 3 weeks for a trainings group, and then also like training after the training pretty much, but this is when they for the first time start getting an account. How do you train chatters from scratch? I have a video about that actually. If you go to my YouTube channel, I can also link it for you. Yeah, you can go to my YouTube channel. It's like how to hire A players, as I think it's called, and I explain my full training process there. How's the taxes in Cyprus, and when would you recommend moving there income-wise? Taxes are like 12.5%. Pretty solid, and it's also a good setup. Has a lot of benefits, but it depends on what you want. So Cyprus is probably not the best setup for everyone because there's some things that you have to stick to and so on. So yeah, it depends on what you want, and if you're into good weather and you like living on an island, okay, might be good to consider a couple of other factors. But I'm not a tax advisor, so I'm gonna not talk about that. But if you have any questions, you can also shoot me a DM. In general, it's pretty good here, better than other places, especially better than Germany.
Talking on this, or would you prefer we use the chat?
You can also talk. It's highly appreciated.
Hey, so I'm over in the U.S. and I'm a former government nerd. Before I got into this, what are you guys thinking with just all the ID verifications and kind of the rightward swing and like the potential porn bans? Are you guys prepping for that? Because I'm trying to figure that all out.
You mean the ban of porn in general in the whole world? Or?
I mean, that's not gonna. Well, I mean, I say it's not gonna happen, but look what's fucking happened already. But are you guys thinking about the ID verifications, like the UK and the stuff that just passed in Sweden, where you can't sell videos, to Swedish citizens? Just kind of that global shift. How are you guys planning for that as a backstop?
I mean, you cannot. In my situation, you can't really prepare. Like, just let it happen and then figure it out, right? I always say it's a problem for future lookers. So once it happens, I will take a look at it. But right now, I'm just focusing on making money, right, with what I can work with. But it's definitely the world's shifting, everything's changing. But that's why I said business is very fast. But there's always like the industry, the adult industry. I would say it exists since so many years, and it will keep on existing, right? Like. It's the oldest business in the world, so I mean there's always going to be ways to make money, especially in this industry, if you have like certain skill sets. That's why I always preach, hey, please make sure that you treat things like a real CEO, because you're going to develop like company skills which will help you solve problems, which will help you live inside a world where, I don't know, there's going to be a lot of problems that come across you and your business stops working, but you are able to act fast because you have capital, you have skill sets, you have employees and so on to adjust. And that's all I can do, and that's what I can recommend as well.
Yeah.
Easy. Okay. How do you organize? Do you use Notion, Google Drive? I use Notion, Google Drive, Excel sheets, everything. I don't know, depends for what. I use Google Calendar, all those tools, very recommendable to use, but for certain purposes always. How do you them train, like daily, what task and how long daily? So I recommend checking out the video, because I'm not gonna talk about it for like 15 minutes now, but what I can tell you, so once they are finished training, we have feedback calls with them every 48 to 72 hours, because feedback calls the key. Because once they finished, okay, they might be good at the end of the training, but you have to make sure that you always keep them on their toes, keep them motivated, keep them still working with those principles that have been taught to them, and so that they always stick to it. Kind of consistency is important, so training never stops pretty much, and always feedback, collecting stuff from the chats. Hey, okay, this was good, this was bad, using feedback methods, just like a real employee inside a company, right? Gets feedback, gets measured by KPIs. So that's really important that you keep on doing it also after the training. Do you pay $3 plus 5%? Is that good? I mean, it's solid. I pay this, to some chatters. It depends. So some chatters that work with us longer earn more, some earn less, depending how long they are there, depending on the performance. I'm not only a big fan of commission, I'm also a big fan of, as I said, KPIs. So if your reply rate is below 1 minute this month, you will get XYZ amount of money, right? So giving them stuff that will effectively make you more money is something where you never lose, because if they do this KPI, so if they hit it, then nice, you will make money. If not, okay, you don't have to pay them, right? So that's something I can highly advise. Always KPIs, numbers. That's why I say Create a Hero is the way to go, because it will show you more KPIs that you can then put into account and judge your business based on that. Can you talk more about sexting? I'm finding it hard to sext and coming up with stuff to say. I mean, ask me stuff, very specific questions. I can now talk like 1 hour about this whole thing, but I have like a whole chatting guide, 15 minutes out there on YouTube as well. I will link my YouTube channel after in the Telegram group after this call, so you can check that out. But there's a lot of things to say. So if you have any very specific questions, I will answer those. What do you pay them during training? No, we don't pay during training. If they chat, then we pay them. So if there's like a training part where they have to chat for like shift, we always pay them for the work, but we don't pay them for watching video classes and so on. So this is very normal inside this industry. And 2 minutes reply, is 2 minutes reply good? Don't the fans think, why is this bitch always online and respond so quick? So I found out in my case studies that like the faster you reply, the more money you earn. So I don't know, if you break it down, so let's say a session, like a full script, is like 20, 25, maybe 30 messages. Is someone gonna jerk off for like 30, 60 minutes? Because if he passes through all the messages and you have to wait after every single message, you wait 2 minutes. After 30 messages, right, it takes you 60 minutes. I don't know. So if you ask yourself this question, you will find out, okay, the faster I reply, like the less people I'm gonna lose, the more likely I'm gonna get a reply back, because this is at the end of the day what you make money with. So always picking up the phone fast. I used to work in a bank with sales. If I don't know, let them wait too long, they're just gonna hang up and probably not call back. So always fast speed is rewarded in this industry. This is the principle I live by. And if they ask like, hey, why are you always online? Oopsie, I left my laptop open, haha. But I saw your message just now and I couldn't stop myself from replying. I don't know, just come up with something. You can pretty much say everything. It's always depending on how you said it. What about replying to subs that we aren't currently selling scripts? I mean, you want him to buy a script, so if you're not gonna reply, he's gonna message to someone else. If someone else replies first, it's always it's PvP, always competition. So if he sends you a message, he most likely sends someone else a message as well. So because he's ain't got time, right? He needs to move forward. He has work to do, whatever. He just wanna release himself and have some fun. Okay, so he's gonna hop on a chat with someone that replies first, and if it's not you, you're losing the sale. So that's why I can tell you reply as fast as possible. I have some setups that have an average reply time, based on like a week, of like 23 seconds. So that's something I can recommend, and it's always those setups like that have the most sales. Other live recordings I have in a Google Drive, but sometimes I record them, sometimes I don't. But this one is getting recorded. I will upload it also, and they're not on my YouTube channel. You can only find them in the group, but I will link it. So there's like 4 or 5 recordings of previous calls, and you can also watch them. But my YouTube will answer a lot of questions as well. But so if you wanna like find very specific kind of stuff, check out my YouTube channel. What is the best sub price? Is $40 a month with 90% off. Good offer expires today, and for left with the text like no college today, only first 10. Depends on your branding also. I would say in general sorry. I would say in general the sub price also depends a little bit on your traffic source. So for example, with dating apps, let's say dating apps, right? If you have Tinder traffic or something, it might be recommended. that if someone is actually interested, because most dating app fans, they are interested only in meeting, right? They want to meet, that's what they're on Tinder for, and they don't want to talk for like a couple months and so on, right? Only if they're very, very desperate. But assuming that they are not, you will lose money, like your LTV, lifetime value per customer, is going to be lower if they spend like $20 compared with 40, because they are only going to be there for 1 month and not stick with you. So they are not really likely in most cases to become big spenders and so on. So then it can make sense that your sub price is higher. But if, for example, you again, it's competitive. If on Instagram most people, and it is the truth, most people have round about a sub price of like $10 as a rebill, then they're gonna have a better conversion than someone, even though the discount reduces it to the same amount of money, but I mean you also earn by resubbing, which is where you might lose a lot of people. Yes, then you follow them back, so this delete is still not gone, like the fan is not gone, but again, let numbers talk there. If track it, try it out. But please don't increase your sub price, please start high then and just reduce it, because if you increase it, you will lose all your existing fans. Like they will all have renew off automatically. So if you try that out, be careful. What about 12 rebill with 50% off and have discount packages for? This is micromanaging, to be honest. Like I never cared about it. It's really it makes maybe like a very small difference. But if you do what's working for someone else and check out the niche. Okay, what are people using inside my niche of the creator? What are people using with my kind of traffic source? Okay, I do the exact same. I adjust my promotion text based on my branding a little bit, do something special, okay, something to stand out, like a subscription package, or like, I don't know, 50% off instead of 60% will not change much in my opinion. But also rebill messages are a trap in my opinion. We never send them out, never, because the amount of people you lose by reminding them, hey, I'm gonna send out rebill at the end of the month, blah blah blah. They will think like, oh fuck, I'm still subscribed there, I only wanted to check it out, nice, thank you for reminding me, I will turn my sub off. So, and then some people might turn on their rebill because of this message, but there's also a lot of people that won't. And so if you send out mass messages, then only to the people that have renew off right now, but don't do posts or mass messages to everyone. Be careful there. And in my opinion, it doesn't really change much. The better strategy, in my opinion, is if you tell your chatters, hey, look on the right side, you can see this person is subbed, this one is not subbed. During your conversation, somewhere, mention, hey, by the way, Dylan, I saw that you're gonna leave me at the end of the month. Is there any reason for that? Maybe I can improve something. Would love some feedback from you, because it kind of hurts my feeling. Boom, just ask him, and then say, oh sorry, I forgot. I'm gonna turn it on, right? Easy. You can even give them then discounts personally, because I enjoyed chatting with you so much. Here's a discount, or like here's 1 free month, and you get like after, for example, they bought like a full script. Easy. This is what we do always. It comes off much more authentic and smooth, in my opinion, than just like mass messages to everyone, because they're quite transactional, in my opinion. Because then, hey, subscribe now, you will get a free gift, and they know it is a mass message. So like you kind of ruin the frame of like the cute girl next door that just did the stuff out of fun and so on. So it will seem like a business to them. So do you see female or male chatters performing better? So I think among my top 5 performing chatters, based on the KPIs I mentioned, are like top 5. 3 are men, 2 are females. What the fuck? Okay, well, nice balloons. I would say on average, female chatters are better than male chatters, but the best chatters are more likely to be male. So if that makes sense, right? So you have to see. Sometimes male chatters are better if they're very like masculine, because they know, okay, this is what the fans like, this is what they don't like. They can kind of put themselves in the situation of the fan better. But females are better at pretending to be females, because they actually are, right? So there's some downside, some upside for both. But yeah, this is like my statistics. But yeah, most of my chatters are female actually. Should inside the script also include something that will make them want to unlock the next PvP, something else beside the sexuality, like have something very interesting or intriguing in the background and they want to unlock next also to see. Yeah, so future selling is a big part. You always want to make sure at the end of each PPV that you kind of tease what's going to happen in the next one. Same with like the text between like the each PPV. They have to kind of give a hint. Hey, I'm gonna do this right now, or yeah, if you stay with me, you will love what I do next. Blah blah blah. Because I have this surprise for you, but I don't want to spoil you. Let me record it for you right now. Boom. Just like keeping them like to stay with you. You don't want to lose them, and that's very important. You had Filipinos, right? And why are they better than any other country chatters? Oh yes, also personal preference again. I personally think that yeah, Filipinos are like most likely honest people. They're less likely to be some scam call center, at least from my experience. And yeah, I like the culture. I like that they are very very good at executing muscle tasks. So if you give them a very clear SOP, you teach them one thing, they're able to do this over and over again in a very good way. Like speaking generally, some are some are not. Some might be better than others, but yeah, at the end of the day, it depends on your personal preference. I like to keep, yeah, like always the same kind of chatters from the same country. So I would not like to have some team members now from Nigeria or something. But yeah, only Filipinos is what I stick to. How much sleep do you get in a day? Sometimes not enough, but I think around about 6 to 7 hours, depending on what's up. Because yeah, I work in different time zones, but 6 to 7 hours usually is what my watch says. I know a girl that would wanna become an OF girl. We are friends. How would you approach her in this manner? I would not approach her at all, to be honest. You wanna avoid, in my opinion, just always speaking for myself, right? You wanna avoid anything personal with OF girls, because it always, there are some allegations for certain type of people. I'm not gonna say his name now, but we all know that bald guy. And if you don't know each other and you never had any contact and so on, and do everything clean like a real business, especially in this explicit industry, I would say, then you won't have any problems. So I do not prefer to work with someone that I personally know, and I cannot recommend it because it's always safer. You have to be careful. Please don't approach her or something. If I can tell you. How much time and degrees are in Cyprus? Now it's 9 p.m. here, and it's EET, so the time zone, and it's I think like 30 degrees or something, way too warm, and I don't like it. I prefer winter, but sometimes in life you can't choose, right? That's so creepy. Don't do it. Yeah, please don't do it. So I wanted to say it in a kind way, but please do not. You're also on the safer side if you don't. Yeah, but all good, man. You can ask any questions. But just think before doing something like that, because it can get you into trouble. I was also wondering this. I currently want to scale 2 models to 10k a month and then use that experience to get girls from my city, and I don't. Please don't. I do not advise that. Don't approach random girls from your city. Like any cons. I mean, I just answered this, right? Don't just work with you can like a normal distance work relationship kinda with your clients, because they are clients, they are your partners, and you should always be treating them like your partners, not like some friends or whatever. Always like a certain amount of distance between you and the creator, very important. Like always professional, and as long as everything is professional. In a lot of cases, sadly, it's not. Then everything's good. But if it's not, then yeah, you will run into problems. There's a lot of people inside the space that get sued or whatever, because okay, at the start everything might be nice, but it's as soon as it's about money, a lot of people change. So be careful with that. Always, yeah, always think for the long run. So long-term thinking, long-term like solutions is what I can advise you. And yeah, definitely. Have you already met your models? Yeah, I mean, I met a lot of clients actually. I have clients that are creators directly. I also have clients that are agency owners. So yeah, I met some, and sometimes they bring also their creators or something. Totally fine. But I'm talking about starting this because you know each other, and yeah, this other guy said she's posting thirst traps, right? So she must be into OF. Like, please don't approach her, and yeah, try that, or try to get local girls that post explicit stuff on Instagram, for example, to make OF. No, don't. Just this is still the adult industry, so you should treat things like it is the adult industry, and always some kind of distance, some being a professional. So that's really important, because everyone is trying to be this pimp and so on, but it's not cool. It's not cool to rent Lambos and stop working, smoke cigars, pimp girls. It's not cool. It's not cool. No, it's cool to be like a very serious, good business owner that creates good things for a win-win situation for the clients, the employees, and so on. So this is what I stand for personally, and I can recommend you do the same. How much percent of your profit is the chatting service versus your own agency? I do not have my own agency. I do not have a management or something. I do only have a chatting agency because this is my full-time job. But I work very close with quite big agencies. So so 100% of my profit is my chatting agency, basically. Okay, I also have a consulting, so some of the agency owners hit me up like, hey, can you consult me? I do that also, and if I think this guy has potential. But usually chatting service is the only way I make my money. Yeah, any more questions, guys? My voice is kind of saying goodbye. Yes, this is a Patek Philippe. How do someone work with your chatting entity? What's the requirements? Requirements basically, you can message me. I don't want to sell my service in here. I want to, in those calls, I just want to focus on giving value. So if you feel like you want to work with me or figure out more, then message me. But I'm not here to sell anything to anyone. How big is your agency currently, if you are sharing? Yeah, we manage around about 3 million a month in revenue. Sometimes more, sometimes a little less, depending on the subs right now. So as I said, right now it's pretty stable, which is good. But it might be different in the next month, depending if Instagram keeps acting up. We have 63 creators. And I have 210 employees or something. How much of that do you take home? That is a very good question. I'm not gonna answer in a Zoom call, but it is enough to live in a good way, and that's it's all right. How do you go with working with a young girl? I currently have two from Argentina, 25 each, but I know a young one who wants to work. They very it depends, man. It's I can't answer you that, to be honest. It depends on the person. It depends how you treat them. It depends on the person. There's some young creators that are very ambitious, very hardworking, and some are not, right? So, but usually I would say there's a tendency that more experienced ones are less likely to become lazy or just become, hey, this is enough for me, okay, I don't want to work anymore, because they have some kind of life experience, which definitely helps. But it's always different depending on the creator, in my opinion. I would say Lucas is making nice, okay. So I don't want to talk about my money I earn. This is not my type. I just wanna give you guys some free value. So if you have questions, please let me know. I don't wanna now use the time to make assumptions about the type of money I take home. It's good, but yeah. How do I invest your money? I invest mainly in stocks. I have some crypto, which is like minus 80% still, even though everything's going up. Don't ask me. But yeah, just stocks, some real estate. Stocks like S&P 500 definitely, but I also buy like the big ones. So yeah, like Apple, Amazon. I'm a big fan of Nvidia, for example. Nvidia is crazy stock, in my opinion. All the AIs right now that are like performing, every single AI online where you can create pictures with, etc. Everything runs through Nvidia, and they have like monopole. I don't know. They're the only ones that do this kind of stuff. So daily routine. Oh, it's nothing crazy. It's like I wake up at around about 8:30. Then I try to read a bit, do something for myself before answering all the chats, some journaling, some peace, and then at around about 9, sometimes also earlier, I start my deep work sessions, like 3 hours straight of deep work. I use Pomodoro method, very advisable. Dr. Justin Sung is a G. You can Google him or find him on YouTube. I can also link it. I will link it later. I will link my YouTube channel, and then I will link his as well. It's crazy, guys. If you use this kind of method, it's so much more productive. And so to-do list and Dr. Justin Sung, and 3 hours of deep work, Pomodoro method, 50 minutes work, 10 minutes break, 15 minutes work, 10 minutes break, and so on. Crazy. So this is what I do then till like 11, 12. Then my breakfast is prepared already. I'm lucky enough that someone else preparing it for me. So then I have breakfast, then get a coffee, maybe take a walk, and then I usually after 12 or 1 I start taking my calls. A lot of team calls all the time, and client calls. So this I do usually till around 4 or 5 p.m. Then hit the gym or something, and then I do deep work again, trying to get like 1 or 2 more deep work sessions depending on the time I have in, again with the same method. And then some last messages, communication. One of my biggest tasks is communication and coming up with solutions for problems. So this is what I do then the rest of the day. And it's around about like a 9 or 10 hour day of work every single day, 7 days a week. But it's very productive work. So like high quality work I get in. So it's better. Like sometimes I noticed it's always about the qualities of the quantity, because I get within 3 hours of deep work, and there's also a book I can recommend you. It's called Deep Work. Crazy book. If you use those methods, within 3 hours you get like all the shit done that you plan for the day. So putting your head into work methods and efficiency will improve quality of life and make you more productive in general. So you can attack problems with a better focus than if you are not doing it. Any more questions? How do you get your knowledge to become better in the industry? I connect myself with other people. Really. Now it's by now I have like a very small circle pretty much, where there's a couple of 7-figure agency owners, some are close to $1 million also, and I talk to them and exchange value. We do some masterminds here and there, and I'm very fortunate that I in general have also great clients. So I talk to them, they share new connections with me also, and always into the communication. And so new video is coming in, I hope 2 or 3 days. I have to ask my editors, but it is recorded already. It is about the scripts. So you can expect that soon. Then will be good. In general, possible. I have definitely a lot to share. That's why I will do my free school. I will share a lot of stuff there. You can participate in it. when is it free? I'm hoping it will be in August, because I'm gonna record marketing value as well, together with a 7-figure agency, actually a client of mine, that still, despite the fact of the IG bans and so on, they make 4 figures of subs every single day. They're crazy guys. So they will share also some source there. So very, very good person. So they were gonna share marketing value, I will share chatting value, and then it's gonna be a nice package. And there will be, I have to say, also something that you can pretty much like pay for, but it's like more like aiming for like a partnership with me and so on. So but yeah, like to get a closer talk with us and so on, like more customized stuff, but it's also gonna be a lot of free value inside there. I just, at this point, my hour is pretty expensive, so I just have to do something to, if I spend time on someone, at least not make a loss, because that's not good. But in general, there's gonna be a lot of free value, so yeah, I can already tease that, but yes. So guys, if you have more questions about, in general, OFM, ask me now. I will answer one more, and then I would leave, because it's at 9 p.m. I have to do some more stuff. Usually I take like about an hour. Thank you very much for participating though, and good questions today. Really nice. Do you think it will die? I don't think it will ever die, because if it's not gonna be OF, for example, it's gonna be a different platform. No, it will not die. But yeah, it will get harder, like you said, a lot harder actually than it is right now, because I get so many messages where people like big agencies ask me, hey, do you know some agencies I can buy? Like they want to acquire them. They want to, like the big sharks, they eat the small fishes right now, and it's been like that already since, I would say, pretty much like a year, and it's getting more and more like this. So that's something that I see happening. What's your plan for the next 2 years? Man, I don't know what kind of problem I have to solve tomorrow, but yeah, next 2 years, just work, build good and valuable things for my employees, for my partners, for my clients. There's a lot. I'm not always sharing my plans with everyone here, but just want to work on like a more business-based approach, different kind of areas, partner up with more people and so on, and create good things, enjoy life. Do you think money truly made you more free? This is a very, very good question, my friend. I would say, money buys you freedom, money buys you health, money buys you a lot of things like material stuff, but only money does not make you free, because I know some people that also have a lot of money, but they are not free inside their head, because they're too busy with dealing with shit. So if something that you're doing makes you unhappy, and but you have to keep doing it to earn this kind of money, then I can recommend it. Then money kind of forces you to do what you're doing, right? Then you're not really free. But it's kind of like a mental thing. But if you do what you truly enjoy, and you create something that you enjoy, and that pushes you forward in life, then I believe money definitely makes you more free. So in my case, it did. I was fucking broke back then. Like 4 or 5 years ago, man, I was a chatter myself. Chatted for like seven months straight on an account. Didn't earn anything. Worked like from midnight to 8 a.m. I worked as a chatter. At 8 a.m. I went to the bank, talked to people I didn't like, did stuff, like sold stuff I didn't like, and then all over again the next day. So 16 hours of work every single day. But so not needing to do this kind of stuff anymore is something that definitely makes you free, because I can now work on whatever I want, and work with whomever I want, talk to whomever I want. So I'm not forced to do things. So can you see yourself doing this further in the years to come? Do you plan on quitting at a certain point in the next few years? No, I mean I do not plan. I'm gonna do this as long as I can, because it is no longer, I always say, it's no longer my dream I'm working on. It is now, I have 210 people roundabout that work with me or for me that chase the same kind of dream, so I'm kinda responsible for them as well. And if I would stop paying them, then they would move on somewhere else. It would create struggles and so on. So no, I do not plan to do this. Now, how do you go by having 210 chatters? Some stuff you think is important as a leader? Yeah, man, that's a lot. I would say learning from people that know how to handle a lot of employees, because I took personally a consulting from a guy that handles like thousands of employees, and very, very good mentor. It's like an old German guy. And so if you have structure, you need structure at this point, like 210 people, man. You cannot manage them by yourself, right? So I have people that I manage that manage them based on the rules that one person can only be responsible for 7 other people. So applying this, building layers of control mechanisms inside the business, all of that, and it's a lot of stuff. How did you learn chatting so good? Where can I learn more about chatting and traffic? Join paid groups? Oh man, you can. I legit share all my stuff on YouTube for free, and I will, as I said, also in the free school there will be a lot of stuff that you can learn from. But doing it yourself helps you, right? I mean, I did it myself. Everyone at some point needs to do it by themselves, and can recommend learning it. But then, I mean, I sometimes chat, by the way, still. So just to put my head into the chats again, and think of new ways, new methods. So I'm mostly broke and smile, measuring myself up there with anything over 5 digits a month. Do you still feel that hype? Do you ever go sleep truly smiling, being grateful you're here? Oh man, I'm grateful every single day that I'm here, for sure. Like this is crazy, but I knew it was gonna happen. That's the thing. So I got to the point where I imagined it so hard that I made it happen. It sounds weird, but like if you imagine yourself, it's already a good step, because then you train your body to work on it. So it's still obviously like feeling that hype. I don't think like just pure numbers give you that kind of hype, because about the numbers, I care about the sales. Like I wake up every single day, check the sales, I go to bed checking the sales and so on of every single creator. It's kind of like an illness I have, but like just the numbers on your bank account, they will not make you happy. It's more just the things you can buy. So whenever you buy something that makes you happy, that you were chasing some material goals, but also you buy freedom for some other people, right? You buy good health. So that's something cool, and this makes me happy still, and it didn't change pretty much. So the numbers on the bank account, they don't make you happy anymore. As soon as like the problems of what am I gonna eat today and everything are solved, like the fundamentals. There's actually also good books about that. So if you want to get more into it, feel free to message me, because you're asking me deep questions. But except that, my friend, maybe you have more questions, guys. But feel free to shoot me a DM on Telegram, and I will answer them. You can also ask them inside the group, and then I will answer everything, because my voice is saying goodbye already. So, but I hope it was valuable for you. Still 8 people listening to me, so I must be doing something right. Appreciate you being here, and hoping to see you in the next call as well. And thank you guys, and wish you a successful week, and execute stuff if you learn something. And use Dr. Justin Sung, my friend. Okay, the deep work methods, they work. All right, have a good one. Bye bye.